page turned over today, but I'm still standing where you walked away. It's January 22 ECs and the air is biting cold. I'm still clinging to a hand I'm not allowed to hold. I keep the porch light burning, a small and steady flame, in case you're driving through the dark and whisper out my name. The neighbors look at me with pity in their eyes, but they don't see the ghost of us beneath these winter skies. They say that time's a river moving to the sea, but I'm a stone at the bottom, exactly where you left me. I'm watching the world rush by in a blur, still holding on to the person we were. And I'm still waiting for you, like a fool in the rain, building a shrine out of all of this pain. I know that you're gone, I know that you moved on, but I'm still here waiting for a different kind of dawn. My heart is a house with the door left ajar, wondering exactly where on this earth you are. It's a lonely devotion, a bitter kind of truth. I'm just a ghost still waiting for you. I went to our spot by the old harbor wall. The snow started dancing, beginning to fall. I reached for my phone to send you a text, and remember, we don't have a what happens next. I've memorized the silence, I befriended the dust. I'm polishing the remains of a love turned to rust. I see your face in every stranger stride. I'm still the passenger with no one to drive. Is it hope or is it madness to stay in this place, to keep seeking a light that time has erased? Maybe I'm scared if I take one step away, I'll miss the very second you decide to stay. So I'll sit on this porch till the wood starts to rot, refusing to be the one who forgot. Yeah, I'm still waiting for you, like a fool in the rain, building a shrine out of all of this pain. I know that you're gone, I know that you moved on, but I'm still here waiting for a different kind of dawn. My heart is a house with a door left ajar, wondering exactly where on this earth you are. It's a lonely devotion, a bitter kind of truth. I'm just a ghost still waiting for you. Still waiting. The coffee's gone cold. Still waiting. I'm growing so old. The seasons are changing, the years start to flee, but I'm still right here if you're looking for me. Still waiting for you. Still waiting for you. The driveway's empty for the first time in years, and the engine hum is drowned out by my fears. I packed the boxes, left the keys on the stand, with the map of a future we never quite planned. I'm hitting the highways, the sun starts to set, trying to outrun the things I haven't said yet. I'm moving forward, but I'm looking back at the life that we built, now fading to black. The white lines are blurring like tears on a page, just just a lonely performer on an empty stage. And I'm watching our love in the rearview mirror. The further I go, the more it gets clearer that we weren't meant to finish this race side by side. Now I'm staring through secrets we both try to hide. You're a silhouette shrinking in the red of the lights, the ghost of my days and the ache of my nights. Just a flicker of silver, then you disappear in the rearview mirror. Past that old diner where we first grabbed a bite. The neon is flickering close for the night. I reach for the radio to kill off the sound, but every damn song brings the memories around. The dashboard is dusty, the passenger seat is a hollow reminder of being complete. Maybe the distance will dial down the pain, maybe the sun will wash out the rain. But I'm driving in circles inside of my head, counting the exits and the words that we bled. Is it really moving on if I'm still checking the glass, watching the ghost of us breathe as I pass? Yeah, I'm watching our love in the rearview mirror. The further I go, the more it gets clearer that we weren't meant to finish this race side by side. Steering through secrets we both try to hide. You're a silhouette shrinking in the red of the lights, the ghost of my days and the ache of my nights. Just a flicker of silver, then you disappear in the rearview mirror. Objects are closer than they appear. That's what it says, and it's never been more clear. You're miles behind me, but you're still in my eyes. Underneath these lonesome 2020 skies, just a memory fading in the glass, letting you go at last. The clock on the mantel's the only thing moving, taking away at a life I'm still losing. The tea in your favorite cup has gone cold, like the promises I made and the stories we told. I'm sitting across from a space on the wood where your laughter and light once vibrantly stood. Now it's just shadows and the scent of your tea in a house that feels way too big just for me. The moon is a witness, a cold silver eye, watching the ghosts of our hellos drift by. I reach for your hand in the dark of the hall, but my fingers just find the cold stone of the wall. It's just midnight tears and empty chairs. saw the first snow of this 2026 year, and my first instinct was to wish you were here to tell you the garden is buried in white, but I'm the only one breathing in this house tonight. I've rearranged furniture to hide all the cracks, but there's no way to cover the things that we lack. Every cushion still holds the shape of your frame, and the wind through the rafters keeps calling your name. Is it a haunting, or is it a choice to keep seeking the echo of your broken voice? I pull up the chair and I sit in the dark, trying to fan a dead coal back into a spark, but the wood is too damp and the air is too still, and my heart's lost the strength and the weight of the will. It's just midnight tears and empty chairs and the heavy silence of unanswered prayers. I'm talking to spirits that won't say a word, the loudest goodbye that I've ever heard. The table is set for a love that's gone thin, while I'm drowning in nights that you're not living in. Between the 12th hour and the break of the day, I'm washing the scent of your memory away. The moon's moving on, the sky's turning gray, another chair stays empty for another long day. Just me and the midnight, just me and the tears, waiting for the morning to bury the years. The sun came up today, but it forgot to bring the gold. The January morning feels so gray and twice as cold. I'm reaching for the lamp on your side of the oak frame, but the shadow that it throws doesn't even know your name. I've been wandering the hallway like a stranger in my skin, trying to remember where the I ends and the we begin. The map we drew together has been folded at the seam, and I'm waking up in pieces from a beautiful dead dream. They say the stars are always there, even in the day, but I can't see a single spark since you moved away. I'm a ship without a harbor, a compass spinning wild, just a broken-hearted man and feeling like a lonely child. And I'm lost without your light to lead me home. I never knew how vast the world could feel when I'm alone. You were the North Star in my sky, the fire in the night. Now I'm stumbling through the dark, trying to find the right way to breathe without your air, to see without your eyes. Underneath these hollow 2026 skies, I'm just a silhouette fading into white. I'm so lost without your light. I found your old keychain in the pocket of my coat, a tiny silver anchor that no longer keeps hopes afloat. The cinema is playing that movie that you love, but I'm staring at the ceiling and the cracks up there above. I've started talking to the walls just to hear a human sound, but the silence is the only thing that's ever really found. I saw a flash of yellow, the color of your dress, and my heart became a lightweight inside this empty chest. Is there a lighthouse for the people left behind? A way to cure the vision when the heart has gone so blind. I'm striking matches in the wind, hoping for a glow, but the more I try to find you, the more I have to let you go. And the darkness isn't empty, it's just filled with what we were, a blurred out photograph of a life that won't recur. And oh, I'm lost without your light to lead me home. I never knew how vast the world could feel when I'm alone. You were the North Star in my sky, the fire in the night. Now I'm stumbling through the dark, trying to find the right way to breathe without your air, to see without your eyes. Underneath these hollow 2020 sea skies, I'm just a silhouette fading into white. I'm so lost without your light. So lost. So lost. The candles have all burned down to the wick. So lost. The clock has stopped a steady, heavy tick. I'm reaching out, I'm calling out into the velvet black, but the light is gone, and you aren't coming back. I'm lost in the dark without you. The tea has gone cold on the counter, the steam's giving up on the air. I'm still leaving space on the sofa, as if you're still sitting there. I went to the market this morning, January of 26, and I reached for the bread that you like, a habit I can't seem to fix. Then the store music played our old anthem, that slow, steady rhythm of grace, and I nearly collapsed in the aisle, searching the crowd for your face. They say that the screaming is painful, that anger is heavy and loud, but I take a storm and the thunder over this motionless cloud. There's a ringing that lives in my eardrums, a frequency I can't defy. It's the sound of a heart that is waiting for a word or a reason why. And oh, it's the weight of the silence, the heavy, impossible hush, the way that the quiet can bruise me with a soft and a velvet-like crush. I'm buried in things left unspoken, in the I love yous trapped in the wall. It's the loudest I've ever been broken, with no sound of impact at all. I'm gasping for air in the vacuum, where your laughter used to belong. In the weight of the silence, the ghost of our favorite song. I'm counting the ticks of the hallway, the clock is a gavel tonight. finding me guilty of hoping, of clinging to what isn't right. I've memorized every floorboard that groans under nothing but dust, watching the shine of our always turn into the orange of rust. I'd give every prayer I have left just to hear the front door hit the frame, to hear the floor vibrate beneath you, to hear you just whisper my name. Is it science or is it a haunting? This pressure that sits on my chest, like the atmosphere's thickened with every secret we never confessed. I'm screaming inside of my head till the walls of my skull start to shake. But out in the room, not a shadow, not even a ripple will break. And oh, it's the weight of the silence, the heavy, impossible hush, the way that the quiet can bruise me with a soft and a velvet-like crush. I'm buried in things left unspoken, in the I love yous trapped in the wall. It's the loudest I've ever been broken, with no sound of impact at all. I'm gasping for air in the vacuum where your laughter used to belong. In the weight of the silence, the ghost of our favorite song. Shh, can you hear it? The sound of a life standing still, the snow hitting glass, the wind on the hill. It's the weight, and it's crushing me now. Goodbye to the noise, goodbye to the us. The porch light is flickering, a heartbeat in the dark. I'm still out here waiting for a long extinguished spark. It's January 2020, and the frost is on the vine. I'm drawing lines in the snow, trying to make your shadow mine. I know the neighbors whisper when they see me at the gate. They say I'm just a prisoner of a love that's far too late. But I've got a box of letters and a ring that's lost its shine, and a stubborn piece of always still tangled up in mine. They say the wise man lets it go and walks into the sun, but I'm still standing at the start, though the race is clearly won. I'm a pilot in a cockpit with no engines and no sky. rather be a dreamer than have nothing left at all. So I'm holding on to hope like an anchor made of lead, drowning in the some days and the words we never said. It's a beautiful delusion, it's a heavy holy rope. I'm hanging off the edge of us, just holding on to hope. If I let go of the wishing and I let go of your name, and I'd rather have the burning than the cold without the flame. So I'll stay right here in the wreckage on the slippery slope, just holding on to hope, just holding on. The sun is coming up, but I'm still in the gray, just holding on, waiting for a ghost to find the way. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next year, I'll still be standing right here, holding on to hope, holding on to you until the world turns blue. I'm standing in the hallway of the life we used to lead, surrounded by the sorries that we never dared to plead. I'm taking down the pictures, leaving squares upon the wall, watching how the mighty dreams begin to look so small. It's funny how a suitcase holds a decade of a life, and how a silence cuts much deeper than a jagged knife. They tell you that it's bravery to stay and fight the fire, but there's a different kind of courage when the soul begins to tire. To open up your white-knuckled hands and let the colors run, to admit that all our forevers are finally truly done. Oh, there's an art to letting go, but I'm failing so, trying to paint a masterpiece while I'm losing all control. Oh, it's the brushstroke of a goodbye, the canvas of the blue, the heavy aching beauty of a world without you. It's a gallery of heartbreaks hanging in a row, and I'm learning the bitter art of letting go. I'm deleting all the messages I've memorized by heart, tearing out the chapters where we fell completely apart. I went to buy a coffee and I almost ordered two. Then the January 22 he sits when whispered that I'm through with waiting for a phone to ring. It's buried in the past. We're trying to make a summer love through when the shadows last. It's not a sudden explosion or a bridge that's blown away. It's a slow and steady erosion of everything we'd say. It's a quiet realization in the middle of the night that I don't wanna be us anymore. If it means we have to fight, so I'm signing my name at the bottom of the plane and walking out the door into the cleansing rain. Oh, there's an art to letting go, but I'm a failing soul, trying to paint a masterpiece while I'm losing all control. Oh, it's the brushstroke of a goodbye, the canvas of the blue, the heavy aching beauty of a world without you. It's a gallery of heartbreaks hanging in a row, and I'm learning colors start to fade, leaving just a memory of the promises we made. I'm letting go, I'm letting go, and finally I'm free to grow. Tracing the steps that we took on the night of the frost, looking for something I knew. Even then we had lost. It's January 2022, and the world is a blanket of white. But I'm digging through memories like a man in the dead of the night. I went to the dock where the water is frozen and still waiting for feelings that follow the bend of the hill. I'm checking the messages, reading the lines in between. I've got a compass that's broken, a map that is torn at the edge. I'm standing out here on a cold and a precarious ledge. The wind is a whistle, it sounds like a name I once knew, and every direction I turn only leads me to you. And I'm searching for your heart in a city of stone, trying to find a pulse in a place where I'm standing alone. I'm looking in the faces of strangers who pass in the street, hoping for just a flicker of the warmth that made me complete. But the trail is gone cold and the signal is starting to fade. I'm lost in the wreckage of every promise we made. Yeah, I'm wandering the dark, doing all that a person can do, just searching for your heart, but I'm losing my own too. I looked in the drawer where you kept all your letters and keys, hoping to find a scrap of the person I'm trying to please. But the wood is just empty, the paper is yellow and dry, like the look that you gave me before you stopped saying goodbye. I checked the old garden, the soil is hardened and gray, waiting for seeds that we both know are washed all away. I'm checking the frequencies, turning the dial on the light, but I'm just a signal that's lost in the static tonight. Is it hidden in a corner of a room I haven't seen? Is it buried in the silence of the spaces in between? I'm striking a match, but the oxygen starting to thin. I'm knocking on doors, but nobody's letting me in. If I find it, will it be for me, or is it a stone? Am I searching for something that's already turning to bone? Yeah, I'm searching for your heart in a city of stone, trying to find a pulse in a place where I'm standing alone. I'm looking in the faces of strangers who pass in the street, hoping for just a flicker of the warmth that made me complete. But the trail is gone cold and the signal is starting to fade. I'm lost in the wreckage of every promise we made. Yeah, I'm wandering in the dark, doing all that a person can do, just searching for your heart, but I'm losing my own too. I'm still looking under the bridge and the stars. I'm still searching in the back of the bars, but the rhythm is gone and the winter is long. And I'm starting to think that your heart was never where I belong. Searching for your heart in the dark, in the cold, in the end. never got to take, and dreaming of the promises we didn't get to break. I had a vision of a porch swing and a garden in the sun, a million tiny victories that we'd already won. But the chair beside me's empty, and the garden is a weed. I'm hungry for a harvest when we never sowed the seed. It's January 22, we see the world is moving fast while I'm holding on to daydreams that were never meant to last. I'm mourning for a person who was never really mine, tracing out a map where we would finally align. But the ink was made of water and the paper was just smoke. I'm the only one who felt it when the heavy silence broke. Oh, it's a heavy kind of sorrow, a hollow kind of grief, to lose a forest when you never held a leaf. I'm crying over memories that never had a chance. A soloist who's waiting for a partner for the dance. It's the phantom of a feeling, a ghost that's never died, a hollow aching empty where a life should reside. I'm breaking over something that I didn't even have, a stinging of a wound that has no healing salve, just a love never was. I know your favorite coffee and the way you tilt your head. I've memorized the things that I imagined that you said. In my mind we're old and gray, and sitting by the fire, a monument of comfort built on top of my desire. But when I reach to touch you, my hand just meets the air. I'm fighting for a someday that was never really there. I've written out your name so many times inside my head that I forgot the living and I started loving instead. Is it a heartbreak if the heart was never whole? Is it a theft if you're the one who gave away your soul? I'm a sailor on a dry dock, staring at the tide, waiting for a ship that's never coming to my side. I've spent a lifetime building us a home inside a thought. Now I'm standing in the ruins of the battle never fought. Oh, it's a heavy kind of sorrow, a hollow kind of grief, to lose a forest when you never held a leaf. I'm crying over memories that never had a chance. A soloist who's waiting for a partner for the dance. It's the phantom of a feeling, a ghost that's never died, a hollow aching empty where a life should reside. I'm breaking over something that I didn't even have, the stinging of a wound that has no healing salve, just a love that never would. No goodbye to say, because you never came. No tears to wash away, because you're just a name. Just a what if in the dark, just a wish upon a star. I'm letting go of who we were and staying who we are. A love that never was, a love that never was. Goodbye to the ghost of us. The suitcase is sitting like a secret by the door. We're careful not to look at what we can't be anymore. I made making 2 coffees just to give my hands a task. Hiding in the steam behind a calm and steady mask. It's Monday night in 2026. The snow is falling light, and we're both pretending we aren't losing everything tonight. The clock on the wall is the only one brave enough to speak. While the strength in our forever grows impossibly weak. We're talking about the weather and the traffic on the coast, avoiding the one thing that we're both feeling the most. The air is getting heavy, the oxygen is thin, waiting for the ending to finally begin. And we're drowning in these unspoken goodbyes. I can see that it's over in the corners of your eyes. No one's moving, no one's making a sound, but we're burning our bridges to the cold hard ground. It's the scream and the silence, the tear that won't fall, the loudest departure with no words at all. Just a ghost in the kitchen and a heart in the vice of an unspoken goodbye that's as cold as the ice. I wanna ask you why, or where did we go wrong? But the question's been buried in this house for far too long. You're checking your watch and I'm checking the floor, counting the steps from the table to the door. If I say it out loud, then the dream truly dies. So I'll keep the truth hidden in these hollowed out lies. We're masters of the quiet, we're experts in the fine, while we're both standing right on the edge of the line. Say something angry, say something mean, break the glass surface of this hollowed out scene. Give me a reason to hate you or reason to stay. Don't just let the fire flicker and wither away, but you just reach for your jacket and you reach for your keys, and the wind through the hallway brings me down to my knees. And we're drowning in these unspoken goodbyes. I can see that it's over in the corners of your eyes. No one's moving, no one's making a sound, but we're burning our bridges to the cold hard ground. It's the scream in the silence, the tear that won't fall, the loudest departure with no words at all. Just a ghost in the kitchen and a heart in the vice of an unspoken goodbye that's as cold as the ice. You head for the driveway, I head for the dark. Not a word for the fire, not a word for the spark. The door clicks shut and the world goes still. If the silence doesn't kill me, I guess nothing will.